Hello, my name is Tore. I'm the CEO of Ugly Duckling Games. We do a web-based application called Drama Studio, which is a virtual theater that allows students to create and co-create 3D animated stage plays quickly, easily, and together. So let's dive into it. Drama Studio runs in a browser, so I'll just start it up here. It loads quite quickly, and I will log in using the Danish National Single Sign-On solution. Drama Studio has been built from the ground up to support different logins, but for now that's what I'm using, that's what I'm used to using. And now I'm inside the Drama Studio application running in a browser. Then the first thing that happens is that I will be prompted to create a character for my role, and I think I will call this one Christopher. And once I've created Christopher, I will get a random character selected for me. I can either browse the category that has been selected for me, or I can click the hanger down here and choose another category and create my actor. I can edit the name if I want that. I can edit the default expression. I can edit the animation speed. These are just defaults. When I start directing the actors, I can change these variables as well. I can select a voice for the character. We've had two professional actors do what we call voice emojis, which are like Sims-like gibberish that can express different emotions that you can then attach to your lines if you type lines into your script. You can also alter the pitch of the voice, and this pitch slider also affects the recorded voices of the students or your own recorded voices if you choose to do that. But also, of course, the voice emojis. You can, as I already showed you, choose different costumes. You can change the skin color, the hair color. You can either randomize it or choose specifically. You can create as many roles as you'd like. So now we have Christopher and Juliet. I'll just set a female voice for Juliet and a high-pitched one. No, I'll do a low-pitched one for Juliet, I think. So yeah, now we've got two characters, and I can go on to the scenography and set that. I can build my own stage if I like. I can also use a pre-made background. That could, for instance, be a green screen, so I could key out the background and use animations that I create in Drama Studio in other projects. Or I could work from a pre-made background. Often if you build your own from scratch, you will get the prettiest backgrounds, but if you just want to get going quickly, like I am now, I will choose a pre-made. So I can add 3D assets to my stage here. All these assets can be rotated and scaled and moved about. So I think I want a house here and perhaps a skull in front of the door. Just scale that up, put that here, and then we have different assets. Some of them are marked with a tiny hand. That means that they can be interacted with by the actors. So for instance, we have I think I want a fire out here. For instance, we have chairs that the actors can sit on. We have a chest that can be opened. We have a cannon that can be fired, that sort of stuff. But for now, I'll just create a simple stage setup here, and I think perhaps we're good to go. Do I need anything more? No, I think that's it. Once I've got my stage set up, I can add different camera effects to do different visual styles quickly and easily and without a lot of hassle. Just one-click solution here. I can also edit the lights. We have a global light that I can adjust. I have 3 projectors that I can adjust as well, the range and how large they are, the color of them, however I like, the intensity. These can also be animated or automated, so you can have spots that follow the actors around on stage, and you can take the lights up and down however you feel like it. But now let's say that, oh no, I think I will use this projector as sort of a moon in the background, like that. So now we've got our setup or scenography and our lights all done with. So I click the directing tab and go into the next room where I have my timeline, and I can move about down here. For starters, I think I'll add a sound effect. I think we should have a lonely owl to sort of set the atmosphere here. Yes, and then I think we should have the Juliet character. I think she should spawn out here. So I'll just move the camera about. I'll see she's right there, and I'll click her and I'll ask her to move, and I want her to go up here, for instance. Now, if I don't alter the default animation speed here, she will just be walking, but I could also have her sprint or sneak or anything in between. Now she's sneaking in here. Perhaps she should be a thief. And I think she should say something. Perhaps she should say, I wonder if the old guy is sleeping. And then I'll just change it to like a thought bubble here. So, and then I can change add one of these voice emotes. And these are like categories. So once I select a category I like,
Hey.
yeah, once I select the category I like, I can browse through that, but I can also record my own. I'll just mute that. I'll click the record button and I get this dialogue. I wonder if the old guy is sleeping. I wonder if the old guy is sleeping. Yeah. I have a bit of a feedback thing here because I'm recording all sorts of different things. I wonder if the old guy is sleeping. But I think you get the idea. I can record and re-record as many times as I'd like here. Let me just try that again. I wonder if the old guy is sleeping. I wonder if the old guy is sleeping. All right, so I'll just go with that one. So now it's in here.
I wonder if the old guy is sleeping.
Yeah, and it's then pitched according to what I chose for the character. I could also do that the opposite way around. Say this has to be a high-pitched voice. So if I go back in here.
I wonder if the old guy is sleeping.
Yeah, and then perhaps while she says that, she should rub her hands together. I'll just select that animation. That was not it. This isn't it either. Perhaps it's this one. No, it's not. Where is it? Here it is. Let's choose that one. So let's just play that back. We have the owl and she comes sneaking in.
I wonder if the old guy is sleeping.
And once she gets here, I think we should spawn the old guy. I think we should spawn Christopher. I think perhaps we should have him spawn out here like that. And then we should have him move up here. Just sort of casually going up there. So let's see what happens when he comes up here. Yes, he comes from there. I actually think that we should add a follow spot to this, the thief thingy. So once we start here, she starts moving. We have the spot following her instead of just being fixated there.
I wonder if the old guy is sleeping.
And now he comes in, and about here, I think we should have him say something like, who's there? Oh, who goes there? Let's just record that. Who goes there? Who goes there? Oh, I think I'll redo that. Who goes there? Who goes there? Yeah, we'll do that one. Let me just see how he is pitched. His voice is pitched up. I think he should be pitched down. So now we have she's here like that. He enters and he will say,
Who goes there?
yes. And when that happens, she will bolt, she will take off again in a sprint, and I think she should be holding her arms out in front of her. Let's just see how that happens. So she sprints away like that, and then he will go check on his treasure. Is my treasure still intact? Like that. I think he should be thinking that as well, like that. Is my treasure still intact? Is my treasure still intact? Yeah, let's just go with that one. And then I want him to go open the chest like that. So let's try to see that one. What does that look like? Oh, I'm not going to publish it yet. I'll just replay it.
I wonder if your guy is sleeping.
Who goes there? Is my treasure still intact?
Yeah, so now this isn't great art, but I only spent a few minutes doing it. Once I think that I'm done with my stage play, I can then share it. Let's say this is the screenshot I want. I just rearrange or play back until I get to the point where I want. I can also rotate the camera if I like. However, I think this looks really good. So I click the publish button. It will do a screenshot, and I can then enter a description if I like. The treasure hunt, for instance. Default, a published play is hidden, but you can do it publicly. You can set a password, and once you click publish, you will get a link that you can then send to whoever. They don't need to have access to Drama Studio, and once you follow that link, you will be able to view the stage play rendered live in a browser for your convenience at whatever device you're using.
I wonder if
For now, it's just like watching a video, but one of the things that we want to do in the near future is to add interactivity
Who
to this.
goes there?
To this function,
Is
so
my
that
treasure still intact?
you can poke the characters, play with lights, throw flowers onto the stage, clap, interact that way. And that's because we know that once you have an actual audience for what you do, you're more likely to become engaged in the work that you're doing. Motivation simply gets higher. But yeah, that's like the really brief introduction to what you can do. It's a multiplayer storytelling sandbox. Yeah, so that was a bit of a long video, but I hope you like what you saw and you can see the potentials. And of course, there's tons more you can do in Drama Studio than what I showed you. This was just like a quick rundown of the most basic functionality and to show you how easily and quickly you can create in here. See you!